I agree with the penalty or suspension. I was a little shocked that it came out so late that he was getting suspended for the whole game. I know we were out having a beer actually when the news came across. Then you and I actually got into it right then and there, kinda. You were highly upset about it, and I actually had a couple days to think about it. At first, I was like, maybe it was a little excessive. But once I got to think about it over the weekend, I think it was a fair penalty.
All right, Chris, we know you don't agree, so let's have it.
Well, at first, I was all with the penalty, and I just felt like Jameis was. I thought something was wrong with the kid. I was like, is he a little slow? Is he like this kid on the short bus? But the more I thought about it, Jimbo Fisher actually came out yesterday or today and said it was a miscommunication issue. So I'm not going to put it all on Jameis, this issue. I feel like Jimbo should have been more upfront about the suspension. Like, hey, Jameis, you're not going to play today. Don't wear your pads. Don't suit up. You know what I'm saying? Jameis is that kid, like, you have to explain to him every little detail.
It seems like that.
Because he's that kid. He's not the sharpest.
He's not there.
He's not all there. So I'm not going to blame it all on him. I actually like Jameis Winston. I think he's a good kid. Following the win against Clemson, he actually ran onto the field, hugged Sean McGuire after the big win, and actually went into the locker room and wanted to meet Sean McGuire's parents. He went in there and shook Sean's dad's hand and then hugged the mom and told him, great win by your son and enjoy the moment. He's a great kid. I just think sometimes he just doesn't get it. So I feel like Jimbo Fisher should have told him from the jump, hey, you're going to be out this whole game. Freaking don't suit up. Do not put pads on. Stand on the sideline and just be the number one cheerleader for the
I actually heard that the problem really was that the equipment people put his uniform into the locker room.
Yes.
So I don't know if they didn't. They told him not to dress, and then maybe he walked in the locker room and saw his uniform there and was like, oh, maybe I should get dressed. He probably should have asked somebody before he stepped onto the field.
Look, I think
he shouldn't have to ask. He shouldn't have to ask. The coach should tell him.
I'm going to say this. It's hard to judge. Like, we see it on TV. He comes out to the field
looked worse
dressed.
than
We
what it
all
was,
know
probably.
that he wasn't supposed to be playing. So to us, we're like, what is this kid doing? But we don't know what was said to him behind the scenes. We don't know the whole story.
He doesn't have to ask anybody. They should tell him, hey, Jameis, you're not going to suit up this game. Don't put your pads and uniform on. That's what they should tell him. He shouldn't have to ask anybody.
Yeah,
man.
I can't see how they how that went unnoticed.
Exactly.
He's the best player on the team.
And plus, he's sitting in the locker room with everybody else getting dressed. Somebody should be like, yo, Jameis, what are you doing right now? Like,
maybe you shouldn't be dressed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Yeah, but clearly nobody did. And I think
but
he has a lot of...
That's not his fault.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it is. I don't think it's his fault either.
But he shouldn't have to ask
his
anybody.
fault is the kid needs to grow up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right?
But he's 20 years old.